Welcome to the new updates for IDB. This is version 12.0015. It's a new version releasing in the end of April here, and it's got quite a few really cool new features. Of course, we got the bubble level and all the stuff we've got that you're used to now. Some of the new features, though, is you can see where the machine is now. The top one's a machine. This is machine number 1 and bucket number 1. If you hit the F key, it lights that up. It'll tell you this is for a case CX7047 and a 12-inch bucket. Your right arrow here switches you through your buckets. Let's see. Don't have any other buckets for that, I guess. And your up and down switches different machines. So this is the model actually that this is on, so it's model. New feature is if you want to put a bucket on, you can add up to 90 buckets or 10 machines, 9 buckets apiece, however you want to do it. So all you do is when you push the F4, it's flashing, pick what number you want the bucket to be. So right now it's model, machine, and model bucket. But let's say we wanted to call it a crane bucket or something. So bucket number 2. So all you do is hit the menu, and it takes you right to the buckets. If you go back one arrow, it'll take you to it's bucket number 2. You can go to the down space, enter, and you can enter the name of the bucket that it's going to be. And we'll just call it bucket A for fun. Just go back home one button, takes you back to the buckets, right click. This is a non-dog bone bucket. Another new feature is too with the dog bones, that's where your sensor's mounted on the dog bone. It remembers all your data from the last one, so you don't have to re-input all that anymore. Anyways, you go in and it's tilt bucket or not. Mostly we don't have tilt buckets here. Right arrow and which side the sensor's aiming, blah, blah, blah. You put it in. When you get done, it'll just let you in the bucket area, but it should automatically save. Just hit the home button and you're back home. Still flashing red. It's called bucket A now. Enter. So anytime you hit the F key and it starts flashing, enter, pulls it back. That's for an input, that's why it's flashing. We've changed the lasers now quite a bit. This is laser off. If you hit F5, then you've got bench, which is for job sites. Bench grade laser means you shoot a bench out on a job, or you wave through the laser and you touch a bench. You input your bench by hitting for the green numbers, put in your bench number. This is using feet tenths is what we're set right now. You hit enter, that's your offset, it remembers it. When you shut the machine off now, it also remembers it. So if you go somewhere the next morning, you want the same bench grade on the job, it'll stay in there. Before you had to put it in every time you shut it off, so we fixed that. You can just key through your lasers now. The next one's grade pull. You can see the picture of the grade pull. It says grade. And this is it's got its own green also. It used to be there all the same when you went to the green for the offset. And this is where you'd put your, say, basement grade or footer grade or whatever grade it is below the laser beam. So if you shot 1085, you'd input 1085 and you'd be done with that. Hit enter, of course, anytime you got a thing. So it remembers them. The nice thing is, though, you can shoot right back to laser grade and it stays 0. It doesn't stay that. Before it always stayed the number of the green what it was. Now they each have their own parameter. So now you can go shut off laser mode and reach out and do touch points. So touch maybe the end of your ditch and start grading again. Pretty simple. Another feature is we made it simpler on the slopes and everything. You just key into it. Of course, it lights up red so you know it's an input. It doesn't go and do the Y anymore unless you turn it on, and that's a feature that you turn on if you hit the menu one time. It doesn't do the X mode. It just does Y mode. Y mode is the angle of the ditch towards you, Y positive. Got the cheat sheet cards now. If you don't have one, call us. We'll be glad to send you one. If I hold it the right way so you can see it. It gives you all the little information. You can laminate it, put it in your machine. Nice to have. But now when you key through these, you're flat, your angle, or you match a slope 1 and 2. Simple that way. Another thing is you can put on your slope. Right now I have 1.5% negative, so that's falling away from the machine. Negative. Positive Y would be going up, so you'd be laying pipe downhill to you with a positive number. This is a negative number, so you're laying pipe uphill as you're digging with a negative number. So with that in mind, anytime you switch to your different grade, to your different things, you can see this is one if you set it, it's Y. Now Y is back to 0 because it's flat line. Of course, hit enter because it's flashing. Those are a few of the really good updates. We've got a lot of other things in there, but it's all in the background of the programming stuff. Go to your menu, your first menu, obviously, your brightness, your length HUD. Right here is LEDs on for your boom. Bucket point, that's center. You could be left or right bucket if you wanted to be. Enable X. X is twisting a bucket. If you get a twist bucket, that's the X variable that goes back on that front screen on F1. Level bubbles on, you can turn it off. You turn that off if you had a bucket because it shows the bucket tilting in that window otherwise. Just simple stuff. Right arrow over, don't forget, is all your memories. You get all the different, you can put feet. You can put inches, so it's feet and inches. Feet is like, we call it feet, which is sea level elevation or plans. You can put metric in, and you can put block, how many block. We're doing partial block there, or none. And these, remember, they convert off whatever the green number is. So if it's whatever your grade is, and here we do different heights for basements maybe, or different for steps, or different for pipes. And you can key through them real quick on the memory. If you don't remember where the memory is, that's where the D is. You just hold down where the green would normally be. It flashes on, says 1 foot, that's 0.666. Offset here, let's see, 2 feet, negative. These are different, just different things. Meters I put in, but it switches it up here to whatever scale you're using. So inches, feet, or metric, it automatically translates it all. So this is just telling you, this is the information window, what it's doing. So like normal, everything's all just one touch. It's really simple. You know, you zero to set your grades. Then you see the bucket going grade. You got your bubble level, which is out of level right now. You know, speakers, LEDs, hold down the F2 until the LEDs turn on your boom. Hold it down until they turn off, or click real quick for your speaker to beep. This right here is for safety. You can have safety for the deepest point on your machine. So that might be the end of your bucket, or the highest point, which might be the top of the boom too, or the crowd, the top of your boom where you'd be working inside of a building or something. You can set an alarm for that. Obviously X is your bucket tilting left and right, 0 because we're not using one, and Y we don't have it set up. Don't forget about the reach. You can always set your reach. Hold down your zeroing button until it goes to 0 if you want to set your reach to 0. Pretty simple, real good updates. Software's working great. The IDB weighing system, we're starting to sell that now, where you can weigh in motion with your track hoe, keep track of all your trucks, everything you're doing. Keep track of, you can even get a printer with it to print it out, or you can save it. We also have, in the newer systems, a SD card can go up in here. That's just starting with the newer system come out. So if you got 10 of these, 10 different machines, and you want them all to be the same, so you could switch them from each machine, just take the SD card, it copies them all, and you can put it in all of them without resetting all your settings. It's kind of nice. Plus you can save it. Then we also have the IDB Best machine control, the valve, for flat bucketing and digging, for automation of digging. That's coming out here real shortly. And our new thing coming that's going to be really cool that everybody's going to like, you're going to start seeing, it's called X-ray vision. And X-ray vision lets you mark a power line or a pipe or whatever you're crossing, something underground, where you can put a sphere around it, and it'll show it here so you can dig with your bucket all around it, up and down, so you won't hit it with the bottom of the bucket, you won't hit it with the front of the bucket or the teeth. As you get closer to it, it will, like this, let's say it's this circle here, as you get closer, it beat faster, be solid, you know, half the radius that you give it. It's so that you can dig up electric lines, lose the marks, and know where everything is, and dig them up by yourself. That's the key to this thing. Or aid someone in digging up, not worry about blowing the power line up. Everybody asks what the 2.5 is here. It's 2.5 degrees per radius on this bubble level. So that's what your machine's leaning. So obviously it says this machine is leaning up and over. So left track high. And that rotates with you as you rotate, so you always see the bubble aim in the same way. It's kind of cool. Anyways, idigbest.com, and don't forget, if you need any help or refresh stuff, idighelp.com. Got all your helpful videos and everything we can find on there. Thanks and have a great day.